kept your words folded like letters in my mind. Careful little secrets that I thought meant you were mine. You spoke so softly, like you were scared of being wrong. But I believed every tremble, every half unfinished thought. And now I'm standing in the ruins of a truth that only ever lived inside the hope I had for you. You gave me just enough to keep my heart awake, and not enough to know what I should have walked away from in the first place. I held on even when your voice was trembling. Told myself our future only needed mending. It's hard to heal a wound that isn't real. Hard to love someone who never learned to feel. 'Cause you made paper thin promises, soft as the touch of your hesitant fingertips. So easy to tear, but I held on to every bit, like they were something I could trust with my heart. But they fell apart. You gave paper thin promises, and I wrapped them around me like they could protect. But love can't survive on words you won't confess. So I'm letting go of all of it, your paper thin promises. You love the way I listen more than you love me. You like the kind of warmth that didn't ask you to speak. I filled the silence with dreams you never planned, trying to build a future from the tremor of your hands. And maybe I knew better than to lean on something fragile, but wanting you felt peaceful for a little while. I kept hoping you would finally meet me in the middle, but your heart always stayed somewhere I couldn't follow. I told myself your distance had a reason, that someday you'd be brave enough to let me in. But some truths don't change no matter how you bend. Some stories end before they ever begin. 'Cause you make paper thin promises, soft as the breath of a moment you barely meant. So easy to break, but I held on convinced they were enough to build a love that could last. But they tore so fast. You gave paper thin promises, and I tried to believe every thread of them. But hope can't live in the space of almost again. So I'm letting go of all of it, your paper thin promises. Maybe you were scared of being seen. Maybe love was something you could only half believe. And maybe I was trying to fix a heart that didn't want to belong to anyone from the start. But I deserve more than maybe, more than the ghost of a someday baby. I need something real, something strong, not a promise that dissolves when the night gets long. You made paper thin promises, and I carry them like a weight on my chest. But fragile words can never hold a love up. They only fall apart like fragile dust. So I'm walking away from it, your paper thin promises. No more trying to read the truth in your silence. No more pretending almost is worth the violence of breaking my own heart for it. I'm done with off your paper thin promises. I wake up in the quiet with the weight still on my chest, the kind of heavy silence you can't shake or second guess. Your ghost is in the doorway like it's waiting to come in, but it disappears the moment I remember how we ended. I'm learning how to stand without your shadow holding mine, how to stitch my heart together one unravel at a time. The memories come flooding in like they're trying to drown me, but somehow I stay afloat in all the hurt you left around me, and every breath feels like a fragile act of faith, trying to heal in all the places you misplaced. But even though my voice is shaking, there's a part of me still waking. I'm broken but still breathing, torn apart but somehow I'm still healing. You took the light and left me in the sea last night, but I'm finding softer meanings in the places where the pain keeps bleeding. Every shattered piece is teaching. I'm broken, but I'm still breathing. I walk the streets we used to wander like we own the night. Now every corner feels like someone dimmed the city lights. Your laughter lives in echoes that I can't turn down or hide. It plays like distant thunder rolling somewhere in my mind, and I keep hoping someday I'll be grateful that we came undone, that losing you was something that would lead me back to someone who doesn't love me halfway, who doesn't make me chase, who doesn't leave my heart behind like it was something they misplaced. I'm learning how to live inside a truth that isn't kind, how to let go of the version of you living in my mind. And even though it feels like grieving, there's a pulse in me still beating. I'm broken but still breathing, torn apart but somehow I'm still healing. You took the light and left me in the sea last night, but I'm finding softer meanings in the places where the pain keeps bleeding. Every shattered piece is teaching. I'm broken, but I'm still breathing. Maybe this is what recovery looks like. Not golden, not graceful, not clean or bright. Just standing up again with shaking knees, letting the smallest bit of courage lead. Maybe losing you was my first step out of the labyrinth of almost I kept dreaming about. And maybe being broken isn't failure or defeat. It's the proof that I survived what tried to bury me. I'm broken but still breathing, bruised but somehow my heart's still beating. You took the light and left me still healing, broken, but I'm still breathing. I felt you slipping like a whisper through my hands, the kind of quietly even no one ever understands. You didn't walk away, you just slowly disappeared, like a photograph dissolving when the colors start to smear. And I kept watching, hoping love would pull you back, but every step you didn't take drew another careful crack. And all the promises I held like fragile glass, trying to save a future you had long outgrown in your past. You were fading long before you said goodbye. Your heart was drifting somewhere I could never find, and I kept pretending we could hold together, a story you were letting fade to never, 'cause you fade to never, like a dream I almost kept but lost forever. Soft as your voice when you said it's not you, whatever. You slipped away without a sound, left me standing on shaking ground. And all I'm holding now is just the echo of almost forever. When you fade, fade to never. I still replay the moments when the light was in your eyes, before it dimmed into a distance I could never realign. You said you cared, but your silence always told the truth. The louder I reached out, the harder you pulled back from the proof. And I kept begging fate for something it couldn't fix, trying to paint a picture out of broken little bits. Your heart was somewhere else long before I knew. I guess the saddest ending started shadows in the room. You are slipping from the edges of my life, a quiet storm I couldn't keep from taking flight. And I kept holding on like it could get better, but you were learning how to fade to never, 'cause you fade to never, like a dream I almost kept but lost forever. Soft as the way you said I'm sorry without effort. You drifted off without a trace, left your memory in my space, and now I'm left with all the things we couldn't weather. When you fade, fade to never. Maybe I was loving someone who was built to go, someone who never stays to grow. And maybe I was blinded by the hope that you would return, not seeing all the signs in you I never learned. But there's a freedom in the breaking when it's real, a softness in the hurt that teaches you to feel. And maybe losing you was just a quiet tether, showing me who doesn't fade to never. 'Cause you fade to never, and I'm letting go, holding us together. Your love was just a shadow changing with the weather, but I'm stronger than the ache you left, braver than the dreams we kept. And I'll move on from love is someone I could never treasure. 'Cause you fade to never. I felt you slipping like a whisper through my hands, the kind of quiet leaving no one ever understands. You didn't walk away, you just slowly disappeared, like a photograph dissolving when the colors start to smear. And I kept watching, hoping love would pull you back, but every step you didn't take drew another careful crack in all the promises I held like fragile glass, trying to save a future you had long outgrown in your past. You were fading all before you said goodbye. Your heart was drifting somewhere I could never find, and I kept pretending we could hold together, a story you were letting fade to never. 'Cause you fade to never. when you fade. Maybe I was loving someone who was built to go, someone who only blooms in moments, never stays to grow. And maybe I was blinded by the hope that you'd return, not seeing all the signs in you I never learned. But there's a freedom in the breaking when it's real, a softness in the hurt that teaches you to feel. And maybe losing you is just a quiet tether, showing me who doesn't fade to never. 'Cause you fade to never, and I'm letting go of holding us together. Your love was just a shadow changing with the weather, but I'm stronger than the ache you left, braver than the dreams we kept. And I'll move on, letting someone I could never treasure. 'Cause you fade, you fade to never. We were circling something fragile, something almost real, a quiet constellation born from things we didn't feel. You held my heart so lightly, like it wasn't meant to stay, like you were memorizing reasons you would slowly drift away. And I kept hoping gravity would pull us back to truth, that maybe you'd stop running from the softness in the room. But every time you touched me, I could feel you turning cold, like a story half remembered you were too afraid to hold. And I kept trying not to fall too fast, but your silence caught me like a shadow from the past. Still I reach for something empty-handed, a hope for love that never landed. 'Cause we were flying on a promise, held up by a dream that never wanted us. You were close enough to touch, but never close enough. And I kept waiting for the moment you would stay, but you were always on your way. And all you built was something hollow, soft and stranded, a broken love that never landed. I replay the nights you almost told me how you felt, the pause before your heartbeat hit a fragile love that never landed. Maybe you were scared of heights, scared of falling. Maybe I was scared of losing what we never could begin. And maybe love is just a place where timing meets the truth. And ours was just a moment that was never built for two. But I'm learning how to breathe without the weight of trying to fix what was destined to break. I'm letting go of maybes I once held like magic, letting go of dreams that turned to static. 'Cause we were flying on a promise, held up by a dream that never wanted us. Almost beautiful, but never strong enough. And now I'm done waiting for the moment you would stay. I'm learning how to walk away from something soft and tender, but forever empty-handed. A love that never, never landed. You left your name like ink across my fragile heart, a constellation of the moments where we slowly fell apart. I trace them with my fingers when the night is wearing thin, trying to understand the places where the hurt begins. Your shadow lingers in the corners I don't dare to touch, a quiet kind of memory that still matters far too much. And though I try to wipe you from the stories in my head, every time I turn the page, your voice is there instead. I keep rewriting all the things I meant to say, but every version ends with you walking away. And no matter from the wave. You were always drifting, always halfway in your mind, leaving pieces of yourself in places I could never find. And I kept holding on like love could solve what you concealed, believing if I loved enough your heart would finally feel. But some truths don't soften when you press them into place. Some people stay a scar no matter how much time you chase. I keep rewriting what we were supposed to be, but every chapter ends with you forgetting me. And no matter how I paint the pain, your name bleeds through again. 'Cause you're written in the places where the light won't reach, spelled out in the silence like a lesson I can't teach. I keep trying to forget you, but you stay anyway, like a word caught too deeply to ever fade. You're the mark I keep finding in every mistake, the memory that time refuses to replace. No matter how I turn the page, there are lines I can't erase. Maybe loving you was ink spilled on a trembling hand, a story that dissolved before I ever understood the print. Maybe you were never mine to hold, just a fragment of a future that never took its form. But in the quiet, I still trace the shape of you, a faded outline I can't quite undo. And maybe healing isn't wiping every trace, but learning how to live beside the lines you left in place. 'Cause you're written in the places where the light won't reach, etched into a part of me I never meant to keep. I keep trying to forget you, but you stay anyway, like a word caught too deeply to ever fade. And even though I know I need more space, my heart keeps echoing the things I can't replace. No matter how much time I chase, there are lines I can't erase. I still feel the outline of your shadow on my skin, like you were carved into the spaces I keep letting people in. You touched my heart so softly, I mistook it for forever. Didn't know a quiet spark could disappear like changing weather. And maybe I was hoping you would stay a little longer, but hope becomes a way when love is always stronger in one direction, never two. Maybe that was always you, and I keep replaying every glance you never meant, every moment that I thought was heaven sent. But love can look like truth inside a dream and break you when you try to make it real. 'Cause we almost loved, almost made it past the walls you never broken up, almost touched the place where hearts don't come undone, but almost isn't love. It's just a promise that forgets to wake up. You held me close but never close enough, and now I'm trying to let go of what we almost loved. You spoke in whispers like you were scared of being heard, and I mistook your hesitation for a softer kind of hurt. I filled in every silence with the hope of something deeper. Didn't know your quiet heart was always such a careful keeper. You gave me just enough to keep me standing at your door, but not enough to ever know what I was waiting for. And maybe I should have read the signs, but stars look real when you're in the dark trying to find a light. I keep holding on to things you never said, trying to read between the lines you left unsaid. But all I find are pieces of a truth that never really pointed back to you. 'Cause we almost loved, almost made it past the walls you never broken up, almost touched the place where hearts don't come undone, but almost isn't love. It's just a promise that forgets to wake up. You held me close but never close enough, and now I'm trying to let go of what we almost loved. I guess some hearts are built like doors that never open. Some truths stay hidden just to keep from being broken. And I was falling for a future you were never gonna follow, holding on to something beautiful but hollow. And maybe that's the saddest kind of pain, loving someone who never learned to feel the same. 'Cause we almost loved, almost crossed the line when maybe turns to us, almost made a world where tenderness was enough, but almost isn't love. And now I'm learning how to live without your touch. You held me close but never close enough, and I'm finally letting go of what we almost loved. I still replay the moment that you turned away, every frame a little sharper than the one from yesterday. Your shadows painted on the walls like every meant to fade, and I'm stuck inside the quiet where the memories were made. the seconds, but they cut me just the same. Every glitch of us still trembling when I whisper out your name. The room is filled with echoes, but they never answer me. Just the ghosts of what we promised and the things we couldn't be. You left so clean, so sudden, like a scene that wasn't done. But the credits never rolled, and now I'm drowning in the undone. If love was made in pixels, then you blurred me out in time. But the version of you I keep is still the perfect kind. 'Cause I'm watching all our heartache in HD. Every tear, every touch, so painfully real to me. You moved on in soft focus, but I'm stuck in clarity, bleeding through the colors of what we used to be. And I swear it's like the universe just keeps rewinding me. Oh, this heartache in HD. Yeah, this heartache in HD. I keep your message saved like it's a lifeline I can't break. Even though it's just a timestamp of the moment you let go of us. My phone lights up at midnight, and I pray it's you again. But it's only disappointment dressed in someone else's name. I try to dim the brightness, but your memory still burns. Every detail is relentless, every angle makes it worse. It's like loving you in silence is the only thing I know. A projector in my chest replaying what I shouldn't show. You left so clean, so sudden, like a door that closed too fast. But the draft is still reminding me of everything we had. If hearts could change their settings, I would switch you into gray. But you're vivid in the corners where the past refuses fate. 'Cause I'm watching all our heartache in HD. Every tear, every touch, so painfully real to me. You're drowned in soft focus, but I'm stuck in clarity, bleeding through the colors of what we used to be. And I swear it's like the universe just keeps rewinding inside a story that won't set me free. So I'm watching all our heartache in HD. A love that ended early but still replays vividly. You faded into distance, but the truth is haunting me. I can't unsee what we used to be. Oh, this heartache in HD. This heartache in HD. It's 2 a.m. again, and I'm lying wide awake. The quiet feels too heavy, like it's pressing on my chest. Your name is on repeat inside the spaces you once filled. A haunting little echo I can't seem to quiet still. I scroll through old messages we never should have saved, reading all the moments when we almost felt the same. You were a flame I held too close, knowing it would burn. Still I touched the heat of you, hoping you would turn. And now the night won't let me hide the truth. Every shadow keeps reminding me of you. So I turn the volume up again. Sad songs at 2 a.m. Trying to drown the pieces of what we could have been. Every melody just cuts a little deeper when I hear the kind of love we never had. How it hurts, how it fades, how it breaks me in half. And I'm whispering your name like it's a sin, while I'm clinging to these sad songs at 2 a.m. I keep replaying moments like a broken cinema reel. Your laughter in the darkness, all the secrets you revealed. But somewhere in the silence, something shifted out of place. You started disappearing like a ghost I couldn't chase. I tried to meet you where your heart refused to land, trying to hold the future slipping through my open hands. And maybe I was of me at all. Maybe I was just a moment you don't recall. But here in the dark, you're still something I defend. With sad songs at 2 a.m. Just me and sad songs at 2 a.m. I whisper your name into the quiet of the night, like maybe it'll echo back and make the darkness feel less white. I keep pretending I'm okay when everyone's around, but when the room goes empty, all the truth comes pouring out. I didn't think I'd fall this hard for someone who would run. Didn't see you fading like a shadow, losing shape in the sun. Now every memory feels too heavy in my chest, and every breath I take feels like I'm learning how to live with less. I'm tired of hiding what I feel beneath the pain, pretending I'm not breaking when I hear your name. So I'm letting all these quiet truths unbound. I'm missing you out loud. Not hiding every feeling you're afraid to feel. Not covering the wounds just to make them seem small, but letting them breathe, letting yourself fall into the honesty of what you can erase, into the spaces where your love still has a trace. And maybe someday this pain will quiet down, but tonight I'm letting the truth come out. I'm missing you out loud, letting all the heartbreak finally sound. You were the softness I still think about.